Hello, welcome to my channel. Welcome if you're from America or Africa or Asia or wherever, Russia, Ukraine, wherever. We all won. Yeah, at least in my reality. So this is gonna be about psychiatry, mental illness, and suffering. I think for a start, and then I'll just ramble on wherever God takes me. Um, so yeah, this we have a problem in the whole world, at least in the Western world. A lot of depression, a lot of mental illness. I've been suffering from mental illness. I'm completely cleared out of it now. Still have on paper the diagnosis, but I don't identify with it anymore. I'm fresh. I have learned to raise my frequency, learn to create, mold my own reality that I want to live in. And what I don't want to identify with that illness at least anymore. That it had a lot of stigma and stuff to it. So now I want to be free. I am free. I am. I am. I am. And what do you put after those words? You put whatever you'd like: anger, hate, war. That's the funny thing. So many people are so angry. So many people are so hateful, and so many people are so unsatisfied with their life, but they are not willing to take the next step, take responsibility. They're not willing to take responsibility for your own life, as John B. Peterson, psychology professor of Harvard and University of Toronto, and now a world famous genius. Um, he told me to take responsibility when I was an incel, when I was a depressed, pathetic, mentally ill young man who really lost hope and felt like shit. I never had yeah, I never had a tendency to fight. Well, I have been in fights and stuff, you know. But the fight with me was the fight inside. I've always searched for relief of my anger, and I used music. I used Eminem, and I used all those that angry music. I didn't use heavy metal, death metal. I used rap music, the angry stuff, and also the positive. But now I learned to transform what what I really want to feel, because anger is not a no feeling. Anger can be very productive, constructive, and healing and grounding feeling, and it's okay to feel anger, but it's not. In my reality, it's not okay to yell. I'm a very sensitive guy. I hate and I feel those fights so intense when people yell and say mean stuff. So it's about protecting yourself when you're an empath like me, and a healer and a teacher and a artist. You have to build your own environment. You have to alchemize your surroundings, meaning that you have to alchemize your inside. Protect yourself. We are on a ball, on a big rock, in the middle of a infinite universe, on a mentally ill planet who has its not mentally ill, a wonderful planet who has some issues, um, anger issues, hate issues, rage issues, and all in all, Mother Earth is she's a living sentient being, like the plants, like the animals, like us humans, and the higher yeah, the higher what do you call it in English, living beings in other dimensions living on this planet. This universe is infinite, but you know, infinity is inside of your mind. We are one mind. We are one mind. Everything is mind and heart, and yeah, but it's one another the a more precise word is consciousness. It's one consciousness. Everything is conscious. Everything is vibration and frequency. You have to tune into the frequency, the timeline, the earth. Did you see that movie? Where they went on a spaceship and they traveled in infinity and they had to save the earth from a nuclear war. I don't remember the name of the movie, but they had to travel to that earth where they could go back to where one of the characters had lost a parent or loved one, and they wanted to go to the planet where that loved one was still alive. And at the same time, the same story was about nuclear war. So yeah, it's what you feed your mind, it's what you feed your heart, it's what you feed, what thoughts you allow to program your being, your reality. I've upped my manifestation game. I'm happy. I'm grateful. I'm excited. I'm so everything. I'm satisfied. But I still have that anger in me, and I still listen to Eminem. Shout out, Eminem. Ski. Uh, I love you, Eminem. I love you, 50 Cent. I love you, all these gangster rappers. And yeah, I have a very wide range of music taste because you can use these in a constructive way. This anger, what does that do? It's it it's holy rage, holy rage that you can transform and canalize into constructive things like this anger. When you have somebody in your life and you're angry with that person, um, use that to ignite a fire in you, for you to be motivated by that person, those mirrors you are seeing in this one consciousness, your family members, or old friends and stuff. Uh, you have to use it as a motivation, as a it's fire. Anger is fire. It's explosion. It's in the inner fire. Use it as a fire to move forward, not to stay in suffering and bullshit and nonsense and crappy shit. I know a lot of people who have suffered a lot myself, mentally, even physically, um, mostly mentally actually. It's what you eat. It's what you. I'm not saying only eat leaves and greens and stuff. I eat a variety of different things that I want. I'm not. I know people who are doing like no sugar, no white bread, nothing, and they suffer from that because they really want it. So if what you want, what your soul craves, because I smoke cigarettes, I take nicotine pouches once in once in a while, and I eat sugar, I eat whatever the fuck I want. Um, but I'm conscious because you can use these energies. Everything is consciousness. You can use these energies to in a constructive, productive, and good way. If you really want chocolate cake, then you don't then you don't wanna eat a banana. You want that chocolate cake. So you some people are really harsh on themselves, restricting. I know this dude David Goggins, all honor to him, and that's so cool. Uh, Whatever he's doing, with physically, mentally strong, and just downloading information and doing all this cool stuff. Really willpower of a god. A shout out to you if you're watching. Uh, we all have different purposes. Everything is energy. He's basically transform. He's basically uh, creating energy for the planet, for the one consciousness. When you're raising your frequency, you're raising the collective consciousness. So that's why it's so important to take responsibility, because whatever you are doing with your vibration is that's gonna transform the collective consciousness, that reality you're gonna live in. So do you want a third world war? Okay, keep shouting, keep being hateful, angry. Maybe your soul craves a war. But the funny thing is that I don't think a lot of people who are trapped in this mindset, who are brainwashed into this mindset, and they are in a mentally prison. They can't. They suffer. They're not satisfied. Their dreams didn't come true and stuff. That's my drive. That's my mission here on Earth, to raise the consciousness, the frequency. I believe that I am a starseed, a Pleiadian starseed. I came to this planet to help raise Gaia's consciousness. Not because, and why did I do that? Because everything is connected in this universe. The other planets, the star system, the solar systems, the moon, the stars, the dark matter, everything is interconnected. So it's so important that this planet raises its frequency, because it affects the vibration, all the infinite, in the infinite universe and the multiverse. Um, so it's a very, very important job that I have, to take responsibility, to be here on Earth, do my job to raise my frequency and escape suffering. I don't want the nuclear war, because if we're gonna go into a nuclear war, oh my God, it's so much. It's like flushing out a diamond with your shit in the toilet. I don't want that for my timeline. So if you're watching this, you probably don't want that either. So we have to transform all this negative energy into higher frequencies. It's about training, reprogramming the plasticity in the mind, new pathways of positivity in the beginning. It doesn't take that long. It's what you believe. Do you believe in what you're doing? Do you believe in me when you're watching this? It's your belief system. Because when you are on a certain frequency, you can mind over matter, as you say. Nothing is about imagination. Nothing is impossible. I don't know what dimension I'm in. I think I'm in. I don't know. We're going from 3D to 5D in the general public. I think I'm more than that. A little bit more. But I have this urge to transcend. I love the planet. I love my family and love my friends, and but I really, really love myself. I love God most of all. We are all connected to God. God is within us. And the most powerful thing we can say is, I am. I am. It's about feeling good, man. It's about having a nice, awesome relationship with God, being in a high dimension, traveling the dimensions. Nothing is impossible. I'm dreaming of going to other planets to create peace on Earth, and all this stuff. And can I use that anger for? If anything is gonna, I use that anger. Most it's about raising your own. My manifestation skills has really increased in this year. I've manifested a vehicle. I manifested my own apartment here in next to a church, actually. I manifested money. I manifested health, wealth, wisdom. It's been a magnificent year for me, and next year is gonna be even better, because next year is 2026, and that equals one new beginning. A new beginning. This last year, 2025 have been equaled 9. Um, equal 9. So next year is a new beginning. So I really hope you learned something. That you got something positive out of this. I really hope you love yourself, love God. You are. I am. I am is the most true, deepest truth there is. There only one God. It's God consciousness. Everything. We are God inside. And at the same time, we are this ego, this character that's traveling around in this plane that we call our body, and light body and pain body, and the pain body needs to be healed, and all this post traumatic stress needs to disappear. Have a wonderful day. Nice talking to you. My name is Oliver. Have a fantastic day and life. Ascend.